I have no clue.
I believe it's Podell. But today we're going to be calling him Skinny. He goes by Skinny, so he is our challenger, facing off against Joe Menina. Jason is a 467 Fargo. Joe is a 504 Fargo. And we are doing 8 ball with 300 in the middle. That is a race to 7. And both players are getting ready to lag. Once we give them the... Did we get that name right, Podell?
It is Podol.
Podell.
Podol.
Podol.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Jason Podol.
Like
versus
I said,
Joe Menina.
Skinny. Jason goes by Skinny, is what his buddies call him.
Jason Skinny Podol.
And they are good to lag.
Yep, Tom's just taking a quick get a drink break, and they'll start pretty quick here. I mean, we are a little early, so we get some chances for people to share and get online. Takes about 15 minutes to get a few people in here anyway.
Yeah. All right. Are they lagging or what are they doing?
They should be shortly. We're just waiting for Joe.
Okay. All right. And as far as this refreshing stuff is going, it ain't really panning out for me here. I don't know what I'm doing.
I can help you out with that too. Getting those shares out. They are ready to lag.
Looks like we already have some predictions out there. Jim has Joe winning 7-2.
And don't forget to like and subscribe over at the YouTube channel, like on the Facebook channel, and feel free to share. Just don't overshare to the same group. You know, the admins get a little annoyed. But every little bit helps, especially with this new Facebook page called the Open Stream. The Kings will still be on the Mad Apple Extreme page and YouTube channel.
All right, so it looks like our returning Jester champ, Joe, has won the lag, so he will be breaking. And yes, if you're out there, please share so we can get some more viewers, get our content around. It's always good to have more viewers. Okay, so we have our challenger, Jason, coming to the table. So Jason made a bit of a drive coming from, let's see, Toma area. Frequents the ballroom out there. This is where he regularly plays on Saturday tournaments. Looks like he's going with the combo. He's going to take solids. So it looks like everything has a pocket here, as long as he can find a way to get on the 3 and the 6. Well, yeah, the 3 would have to go on the side. I don't think it goes in the corner unless he can play that 6 first. Let's see, he's got to knock down this 4, 7, and 1. He's going to pull back here a little bit. Nicely played, so he's going to get to 7. And then he should have the 1 to be able to come back up table. See what kind of angle he gets on his 1 ball. He's got to be careful not to get too straight. He's already a little straight on the 7 here. All right, Jason Skinny walking around the table. I think he's got his mind made up. Looks like he's following this ball. Okay. So well played. So now he's going to try to come across and up table. Don't know where he's going to. He might have to come back and forth. So he's going to have to go 2 rails here to get on the 6 or the 3. See where he ends up. 1, 2, and ends up on his 6 ball. Very well played shot. So once he knocks this 6 down, should be pretty good. Very well played shot. Knocked the 8 out of the way so he could get on his 5. And it's going to send him over, possibly, to take the 3 ball in the side pocket. See, unless he decides he wants to take this 3 now, if it goes by the 15. It looks like it does go by the 15, and that's what he's going to do. Just kind of play a little stop shot here a little bit. Rolled a little bit, but gave him a good angle to get on his 8. A very, very well played pattern here by Jason. So it looks like he's drawing back here. Don't know if he got as much draw as he wanted to, but he does have a pretty routine shot in the upper left corner here. Just looking at it, make sure he doesn't scratch in the side. And a very well played pattern by Jason, our challenger, setting the tone here in our first match, taking a 1-0 lead. So all right, we got our score updated now. Jason running that first rack. Very well played. So Joe Menina, our current Jester champion, looking to answer back. And if some of our viewers out there are wondering why Joe has a Fargo of above 500 and playing in the Jesters, it's because when Joe originally signed up, he was below a 500, but like all good pool players want to do, you want to increase your Fargo, and that's what Joe did over time. By the time he got up to play, his Fargo went above 500. So that is why he's in the Jesters. All right, and Jason will be breaking, and he uses a Jacoby heavy hitter to break with, playing with a Q-Tech Synergy. This is playing Q. All right, so he went straight at it. I did not see anything drop. So see if Joe can come back and run the table. Okay, now we got a big boost in viewers out there. Looks like we got everybody back. Welcome back, everybody. For those that you have joined us just recently, we have a score of 1-0. Jason. Joe broke our current Jester champ, and Jason was able to run out. So we've only missed one game so far. And Jim talking about Joe in the Jesters division. Win or lose. Yes, that is correct. This will be Joe's last match, win or lose. We are moving him up to the Knights division next week. So thank you for pointing that out, Jim. Which means there's another opening. But if Jason should win today, that problem will have solved itself. Joe will be going to the Knights division, and Jason will be our new Jester champion. And welcome back, Mark Bell. All right, what has Joe got planned here? Looks like he's shooting. I think that is the 9-ball in the side. See if you can push that 4-ball out of the way. Push a 2 up into the 14, and unfortunately he missed a 9. So that brings Jason back to the table. He's got some issues to deal with. 7 and the 5 look pretty close to the 8. I think the 5 goes on the side. Don't know if he can do anything with that 7-ball. Might have to bust that out. But doesn't really have a good shot here either. I mean, he can... think he can get the 4 up in the corner. That's about it. Possibly take the 6 down in the corner. So it looks like he's going to go with that 4. If he goes with the 4, he can just cut over for the 3 and the 2. Okay, so he played a carom shot, but didn't really end up how he wanted. I think he needed that ball to come a little more over to the left. But he does have the 5-ball on the side and a good angle to bust out his 7-ball. But I think you would just want to touch that. He also has a 6 down in the corner, which if he plays a nice shot, he could come around 1, 2, possibly 3 rails to come back up table. So he's going to go with the 6. You have to put a nice stroke on this ball, unless he wants to leave it for the 1. So he decided to leave it for the 1, but that's a long way to roll a ball up the table from there. Jason's thinking about it. I think he's going to attack the 1 ball. Now he's hitting some left on here. I like hitting outside on these type of shots. He went with a little inside English, just a little bit. So, Joe coming to the table. So he might have a little problem with the 10 ball unless he gets on the right side of it. Can't tell if it goes by the 1 from here. Looks like it might go past the 1. I think he's got about a half a pocket, a little more than a half a pocket. So he might just be able to play this 11 and go right after the 12. So he did not want to take care of the 12 ball. He's going to take care of the 9 and the 15, it looks like. If that 10 went by the 1, I would have liked to get on that 10. But he still has a pretty good opportunity here. He can get on either side of the 10 from where he's at now, depending on how he plays this pattern here. Yeah, so now it looks like he's going to have to get on the pro side of the 10 here. He's going to have to get on the right side, I think. But it's going to be tricky to control this cue ball if he's playing it in the side. If he follows it all the way up, he can get on the 10, but he's got to get in between the 5 and the 7, and he's not playing into the line of the ball, so it's a really controlled speed shot here. See how he does with it. Or it looks like he's just trying to stop it and have a little bit of a tough cut. Okay, so he did go forward and he got there just fine. And he busted out his 8, which works out really well for him. Joe taking a really good look at this 10 ball, make sure it passes by the 1. Like I said, sometimes looking at it on the overhead camera, it'll look like it goes, but when you're down there, you know, it might look a little tighter. See how Joe plays this. Played it very nicely, perfect speed. Got a nice, easy, straight shot on the 8. Not totally straight, a little bit of angle, but definitely a makeable shot here. Yeah, I can't speak right now. I came in a little bit early, so didn't get my beauty rest. Joe really thinking about this 8 ball here. Has second thoughts, resetting, re-looking at it. So that's one thing that's hard to do as a player, for especially me. When you're not feeling the shot, which Joe was not feeling the shot, he got up, reset himself, and he put it down very nicely. Me, I would have tended to do not a reset, and I probably would have missed that shot. So them shots, they look pretty easy, but when you're playing for a few $100s, they become a little bit more challenging with the pressure plus the live stream. But Joe handled it very well and brought the score back to 1-1. So 1-1 on our race to 7 with 300 in the middle. And again, if you're out there, please like and share. only takes a second. So Joe to the break. Looks dry. I didn't see anything drop. Bring in Jason to the table. Trying to figure out what he likes. Not an easy table here. I think solids look a little more advertising right now. But everything's got, a problem or two here. I'm thinking he's going to take the solids myself. But if he takes stripes, he'll go with the 9-ball. If he takes solids, I think he's going with the 3-ball. Jason really walking around the table trying to figure this one out. I think he's really looking at this 9-ball. I think he likes the 9-ball. And that's what he's going to go with. Leaves him on the 10. Opportunity if he wants, he can either break this 15 out, or if he can get on the other side of it, he has it in the corner. He doesn't have to bust this out. He just has to, he's going to draw out of it, it looks like. Don't think he's going to be happy with that outcome. No real shot here. Probably going to have to play safe. I mean, if he can cut that 14, that'd be a nice shot. He's got to hit that just right. And he hit that really well, but no reward. Ends up scratching. Ouch. I don't know if he could have hit that any better. He had to use the speed to get the ball moving. So the only other way to not scratch and maybe put a little different English on that ball, but if you don't put the right English, you ain't going to be making that shot. So played a really nice shot. Just got unfortunate with the scratch. Joe back on the table. A pretty good opportunity here. Only real trouble he has is, it looks like, that 7-ball. Okay, so he's going to try to clean up the bottom half of the table first. Okay, let's see if he can get on. We'll see what he can get on. I mean, there's a 6 available in one of the corners, the 1 available on the side. or he can get on the 4 ball. But how's he going to get there? I do not think the 6 goes. If it does, he's going to have to really cheat the pocket. Joe's taking a good look at it, seeing if it goes. He's saying it goes. We'll see. I'm not so sure. Oh. So he cheated it just a little too much. It might have had room. All right, Jason taking a look. Think he'll have to play the 13 in the side. Maybe bump out his 12 ball a little bit. To get a shot on it, because it's going to be hard getting on his 11 and 15 right now, unless he decides to attack the 11 and go with the bank shot, which I don't think he's going to opt to do. I think he's going to take the 13 in the side. Okay, so he's going to go attack the 11 ball. I think he's playing safe here. He's going to try to push the 6 in. And the 6 did not go, so it's going to leave Joe with a pretty good opportunity here. See if Joe takes the 1 on the side. He has a good opportunity to float up to get on that 6 ball. Or he could decide to take the 6 ball right now. See what Joe likes. I like the 1 ball. Joe's looking at the 1. Really thinking about it. I think he's going with it. So he is going to go with the 1 ball. See where he floats up here. Oh no, got a little unfortunate bump there. So now, does Jason want to take that 14 or no? That's the only real problem ball. Now the 15's got some issues too, actually. So not a routine out here, but definitely a good opportunity to get out. So he's going to go with the 15. Try to draw back for the 11 here. It just didn't look like it went. He tried to cheat the pocket. Just cheated it too much and hit on the outside of the pocket. Now kind of leaves Joe snookered here a bit unless he can hit that 7. He's looking to see if he can hit that 7 in the corner. Not sure from the overhead. I mean, he might be able to cut it in. I just don't think he'll be able to hit it thick enough. I think he'll end up thinning it too much if he attacks the 7. But he's going after it. See what happens here. And a very nice hit. Looks like he had plenty of room. So now he's got a pretty easy out here. Not going to have an easy shot on the 8-ball. You're going to have to play a nice speed shot after the 6 to get on his 8. Oh, he tried busting the 8 out of there, but did he hook himself? Yeah, I don't know if he had to do that. Yeah, he is hooked here. So he doesn't even really have a good kick unless he uses a lot of English. No, I don't even think he can kick off the bottom rail here. He might have to go. I don't know what he's going to do here. He's kind of in jail. Unless he can jump. I don't know. The ball might be a little close for a jump shot. I tell you, if he's going to do a 2-rail kick, that's above my skill level right there. Don't know if I see that as a shot. I'm sure there's some players out there who probably see it. I do not. I think Joe is going to go try and jump this ball. Does look a little close, though. How about our viewers out there? What are you doing in this position right here? Are you jumping? Are you trying to do like a Z-type kick shot with a lot of English? Like if he hits straight across the rail with a lot of top right, he might be able to do a Z bank. And Joe just decides to give up ball in hand and push that 8-ball right behind the 6, right in front of the 6, which creates a pretty big problem for Jason. However, he's got enough soldiers on the table where he can take care of this relatively easy. He could just draw right off this 15 into the 8, knocking the 6 in, and that opens up the pocket for him. So Cameron Strickland says jump. Okay. I mean, you could jump. You got to be really confident with your jump cue with the ball that close. Actually, he did have enough room for it. Okay, Jason decided to go with the safe. Left Joe with a pretty easy back bank here. I mean, banking this and, when you're back cutting a bank, I don't know. I find these are really comfortable shots for me. They're not too difficult. See how Joe handles this shot. I don't know if I would have liked to give that shot up to Joe. Yeah, that was a pretty easy bank. Oh, I jinxed him. That looked like that was going straight into the heart of the pocket. Just missed. So it looks like Jason's strategy paid off here. Still has a pretty difficult little shot here. I mean, he's going to have to take the either go off the rail, or unless he can see that ball, he can see it. So nice shot. Okay, so now he has a pretty routine out here. See how he does. I think he's going to save that 15 ball for last. Use that as his money ball. Be on his 12 ball after this. Just a little bit below center ball here. Should bring him over nicely. Nice hit, nice speed, well-controlled shot there. Very nice shot by Jason. Really controlled the cue ball nicely. And that brings us 2-1. So Jason, our challenger, playing very well, jumping out in front. Looks like we got a few more viewers, so if you just joined us, we have Jason Skinny Padel playing our reigning champion Joe Menina for the Jesters division. It's a race to 7, 8-ball. We got Jason with a score of 2, Joe with a score of 1, 300 in the middle. And we are down here at the Mad Apple Burger and Billiards Company, located here in Appleton, Wisconsin. Also running our 8-ball mini this afternoon. Got quite a few players here. And that goes every Sunday, so if you're interested in playing, come on down. Always good to have new players and more players. Okay, so it doesn't look like anything dropped on the break. Joe coming to the table. Doesn't look like too many problems on the table. I like stripes just because they're on the outside where the solids are kind of all in the center of the table, which can be an issue. But, I mean, to each their own. I like stripes here. I think Joe's taking stripes. Okay, and he can take care of this 11-ball problem he has right now. Actually has a really good opportunity to get out here. See what he does. Cameron asking, are we on 9-foot or 7-foot tables? Well, we are playing on 7-foot tables here at the Mad Apple. We do have some 9-foot tables in the back room. But all our matches, Queens, Jesters, Knights, and King of the Hill, are all played on our 7-foot tables, 7-foot diamond tables here. All right, so Joe taking care of that. Puts him on his 11-ball. Now what's he doing here? After the 11, is he gonna? Well, he's gonna put a little top on it. Yeah, I don't know if I would have wanted top. I would have tried to draw it down table a little bit. Does that 9 go on the side? I can't see from this angle. If it does, it's going to be really tight. It's a really small side pocket from here. Does he have a hit on the 12 ball? He can hit it, but I don't know if it goes. I don't think he can get the cue by the 1. So Joe in a tough spot here. Probably looking for a way to play safe here, which is going to be very difficult considering Jason has all his soldiers on the table, just about. So might be trying. I don't know if this 12 goes or not. It does not. It might have went. He might have been able to get after it. I don't know. Again, the angle's a little tough to see from over here. So no real easy shot here for Jason. Going to be difficult to control the cue ball unless he takes the 6 ball. If the 6 ball goes past the 7, which I'm pretty sure it does, I think he's going to go with that. He can control the cue ball well. Probably his best option. And he agrees. He's going after the 6. Okay, now the table is wide open for Jason here. All right, taking the 7 in the corner. Sets him up nicely for the 5 or the 1. I think he's going to want to save that 2 ball for his money ball. Probably play the 2 last so he can get on his 8. So he's probably going to go 1, 5, 3, 4 maybe. Or he might go... Okay, so he's going to go 1. Could go 1, 4. I like 1, 5 personally. But I think he's going to go 1, 4 actually. I don't know, we'll see. So, looks like he is going 1, 5. He's got to be thinking about how is he going to get on that 2 ball. Okay, so he's going with the 4 here. Now he's got to create an angle here so he can get on his 2. And a little bit of an angle. Not much. He's kind of straight here. He's going to have to put a little bit of a stroke on the ball. Probably just come off 1 rail. A little bit of top. Play nice speed here. Very nicely played. And just leaves himself with a stop shot to get on the 8. Maybe just float up a little bit. Probably just going to hit center ball here. Just nice and easy. Just float up a little bit. He's going really high on the ball. Don't think he needed to go that high on the ball. Now he's got a bit of a tough cut here on the 8. Might have to bust out an extension or get the bridge. Unless he wants to attack the bank shot, which comes really close to hitting a 12. Or he could kick. I think he's got room to cut this though. But he's going to have to let the cue ball fly, and anytime you do that, run the risk of scratching. Okay, so Jason's tall enough, he can reach all the way across the table. Just not enough. And that's a problem when you let the cue ball fly like that. Run the risk of scratching, and almost scratched, but got fortunate. Left Joe with a tough little out here. He's got to find a home for his 12 ball. And he's got a really deep shot on his 15 here. So really the only thing he's going to have to set up for a 12, banking a 12 in the corner. And he can do that right now. All he's got to do is make the 15, and it's almost natural shape. The ball should just roll forward a little bit for him. Give him a nice angle to bank. But he's going after the 9 ball, I think, in the side. So this is a real key shot here for Joe to get on this 12. He's going to have to get on a nice line so he can bank it in the cross corner. He's got the opportunity to do it. He's got to play either a real nice speed shot here. Nice. It's a very touchy shot right here. Oh, he's going to try to play it all the way up. Tried to get on the pro side of the ball there. Just didn't work out. That was a very nice idea. All right. And that takes us to a score of 3-1 in favor of Jason. All right, Joe, going to have to put a rack or two together here to get back in the match. You don't want Jason pulling too far ahead. All right. Jason ready to break. See if he can drop a ball down. Opened up nicely for him. I think that's the best break of the match right now. They really opened up nice. Looks like we only have one ball on the rail. Q is almost in the center of the table, but I think he's going to have to take solids here. Don't really see a better alternative. I mean, just there's not really a good shot for stripes here. And solids look pretty wide open too. Everything seems to have a home here. Uh-oh. I think he put a little too much draw on that. He was trying to go after the 6 in the side with that shot, which would have been a really nice play. Set him up for a nice pattern. Fortunately, scratched and gives Joe ball in hand. So still open table. If I'm Joe, I'm taking solids here all day. I don't like where the 10 and the 15 is at. Probably start with my 6 ball and work my way back up table. Or, yeah, get rid of the... I don't know. I'd like getting rid of that 3 ball somehow, too. Sitting in the middle of the table. Joe's going to start with a 2 ball here. Or is he starting with a 3 ball? I think he's... Can't tell what he's doing. Yep, starting with a 3 ball. Getting it out of the middle of the table. It opens up the rest of the table for him. Now there's a 4 go by the 13 there. Can't really see. I don't think that it does. But still got the 6, which set him up. I mean, he's got a really good opportunity here. I like just pulling back on the 6, playing it between the 2 and the 11, or you know, holding it for the 4 maybe. See what he does. Played it forward. All right. Joe's looking at that 2 ball. Lining it up in the corner. It's a safe shot. No real possibility of scratching there. He will lose a little bit of control on the cue ball here maybe. But he'll have the 4 on the side. He's gotta play this with the right speed. So we go center ball here. Nicely hit. Sets him up for his 4. He could also take his 5. I like taking the 4 here. Pull him back on it just a little bit. See what Joe decides here. I'm sorry, not pulling back on the 4. I'd actually probably play it off the rail a little bit of top, but looks like Joe's hitting bottom ball here. Okay, so pulling back did work. We'll see if Joe decides to follow up on this and get on the right side, the pro side of the ball here. He's got to be careful with that 13 sitting right there. I mean, he looks from here straight in almost. Doesn't really have a lot of angle to play with. So he is trying to push it a little forward, I think. Oh, nice shot. So he did have angle. Very well played by Joe. Put a nice stroke on that ball. Bounce it out. Get back on his 7 ball. And it looks like he's got a good angle here too to get on his 8. Gotta be careful at 13 sitting right there. Just avoided it. Very, very nicely played. So if the cue ball would have hit that 13, could have put him in a bit of trouble, but he played it perfect. I mean, he only had about a half a foot to work with, less than a diamond to get back. Just got to focus on making this shot. And perfectly hit center pocket. Nice out there by Joe. Get himself right back in this match. So that gives us a score of 3-2. So I'm all by myself in the booth. So if anybody wants to stir something up in the chat room, I'm all by myself. Tell me where you're from, where your pool hall's at. Be much appreciated. A little lonely in here, all by myself. Rack looks a little crooked. I think Joe had that problem last week as well, where the rack was a little crooked. What do the folks at home think? Does that rack look a little crooked to you? Let me know in the chat. Okay, looks like he dropped the 11 in the side. Looks a little congested on the right side of the table. All right, Cameron up in Green Bay. Yeah, so you think the rack looks a little sideways too, huh? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Well, that's on Joe's opponent to call, you know. The rack ain't looking straight. Okay, Joe deciding to go with the solids. I think a good option there. Aaron also thinks the rack is a little crooked. All right, Joe's shooting pretty strong here. He's really focusing on every shot. Oh. It almost looked like that ball kind of rolled a little awkward there at the end. I don't know if there's something on the table or what, but pretty unfavorable roll at the end of it. So Joe is in a little bit of trouble here. Don't know if he can see that 3-ball or not. From the top cam, it looks like he can thin it. See what he decides to do here. Well, it looks like Jason has a few fans out there. You guys all playing in the same bar league. Oh, had enough of it to go after a bank shot there. Left Jason with the 9-ball. But no easy out here for Jason. He's got his work cut out in this rack here. He's got to find a way over and bust out that mess somehow. All right, Jason lining up the 9-ball. See what happens here. Looks like he was just trying to play safe there. Don't think he ended up safe. Joe has the 7-ball. All right. What is Joe thinking about? Should be able to just bounce back over for his 2-ball. We try going back and forth with it. Yeah, still no easy out here for Jason. Table's looking a bit congested. Couldn't agree with you there more, Aaron. You do gotta support your friends and their passion. Apparently Jason does love playing pool. That's what he told me. So I don't know if he just called safe. I missed what Jason called there, but I think he's gonna go with the safe. Or no, he called. See? If he called that, was a nice bank shot. Still a very rough table here. So he did not, yeah, he did call safe. He did not call the bank. Joe's going to be able to knock this 7 down, puts him on his 3 in a. Only problem he's got is that 4-ball. How does Joe take care of the 4-ball here? Ooh, is that a good hit? I don't know. That was close, folks. Let's see. It was not a good hit. Yeah, it looked really close to me. But I think that 9 moved first. So Jason does get ball in hand. So yeah, if he can find a way to sink this 13, it takes care of the 15 ball. That's the congested problem right now. But he's going to go with the 9 ball. Is he going to try to slide that in between the... I think he's going to try... I'm not sure what he's doing here. Playing safe. Don't understand that play. I guess he's just trying to get Joe to rearrange these balls. Smart idea. And I do not believe they are playing 3-foul rule here. Yeah, Joe's only opportunity is kicking at that 3, really, which will solve some of Jason's problems. So, smart move by playing safe. See if it works out for him. Oh, looks like Joe's going to try to go off the rail after the 2. Let's see. Oh, he had enough room to see the whole thing, actually, so. Yeah, so that plan kind of backfired a little bit. Now, instead of Jason having ball in hand like he did previously, he now has to shoot, just with a congested mess, and he just has to take what he's got. He had an opportunity with ball in hand to maybe fix or rearrange the table a little bit. All right, still leaves Joe with the 2, and he can even hit the 3 if you want. I think he might be able to cut the 3 in. From the overhead, it looks like he can cut it in. Joe's looking at the 3 ball. Giving it some thought. Think he likes it now. And he's hitting outside spin, which is what I like to do on these shots. And wow, just didn't get enough of it. Hit it a little too thick. Just need to thin it a little more. And then unfortunately got the scratch, but still leaving a big problem for Jason. And Jason just has not had a shot really this entire rack the way it's been set up for him. All right, let's see what Jason does here. I think he's going to be able to put Joe in jail here. Might be able to get off that rail and make contact with the 2. We'll see what Joe's got up his sleeve. Or he might be able to just hit the 2 straight on. I can't tell if the 13. No, I don't think the 13's in his way. So he's got a good line at hitting the 2. But what's he going to do with the 2 ball? There ain't much he can do with it. There ain't much of a safe he can play here. Unless he locks the cue ball up against maybe the 8 ball somewhere. Even then, I don't see a way to get safe here. So now Jason finally has a nice looking table. Yeah, everything looks like it's got a place to go here. Don't know if he can get onto his 10 ball from here. I'd like to get on the 10 ball if he could, but don't think he's going to be able to get there with the angle he's got, shooting his 12 in the side. Might have to get on the 9 and then come back over. Oh. Well, the way Jason has been playing, I did not see him missing that shot. That was just a unfortunate miss there for Jason. Jason's been shooting really strong. So Joe got a bit of a tester here. This 3 is makeable in the corner, but it's going to be hard to avoid that 10 and 13 over there. I don't think he's got the right line to hit the 2 in. Unless Joe can see something, I'm not. Now let's see if Joe can, if he can drop this 3 in the corner and get the cue ball to come in between the 12 and the 13 would be ideal. I think he'd have to put a little bit of left on that. You know, he'd be hitting inside English, making the shot a little more difficult. You know, he's shooting these shots. Oh, he just hit the 12 ball with his stick. So the opponent now can choose to leave the ball where it's at or move it back. So the opponent chose to leave the ball, the 12, where it's at. Joe's going to reach for it again. Let's see if he's going with that inside spin. Again, inside spin makes this shot a little more difficult. Looks like he's just going to go center, just above center. He's not liking it. Joe does have to reach for this shot. It's all the way across the table. Not as tall as Jason is. Doesn't look like he feels comfortable using the bridge. See, like I said, you got to be careful of that 10 and 13 right there. Now he's completely hooked. There is plenty of room here for a jump shot. See what Joe decides to do here. I'm saying jump. Or if Joe's capable of a say shot too, that works. Looks like he does got his jump cue. Wow, he hit the ball straight on. Nice jump, just wasn't able to get the right line on the ball. I think Jason's going to attempt this 12 on the side again. Get some redemption from the last one. Last shot, that 12 just missed the side pocket, so he's going to put it right back in the same pocket here. And then should be able to get on the 10 ball nicely. I'd like to take care of that 10. Ooh, he went all the way down. He said, I'm not shooting in that side pocket no more. Yeah. I would have tried to put it in the side pocket and try to take care of my 10 ball. Unless he can get that 13 by the 10, I don't think he can. So that 10 is in a tricky spot. Let's see what Jason can figure out here. Okay. Right idea. I think he is good. I think he can get out of his 10 ball now. Just have to go back and forth a little bit maybe. Yeah, from the overhead here, it looks like they'll be able to cut that in. Back and forth, and where does he end up? Look at the speed on that shot. Very, very nicely done. Ends up just about perfect. I mean, just a real nice easy. He's just got to drop this ball, and he's going to be right on his 8 ball. Maybe a little bit of bottom. Yep, a little bit of bottom. Really, really well played out there by Jason. So that makes our score 4-2 in favor of our challenger, Jason. Jason Skinny Padal. So Jeremy Walker asking what the rating cutoffs for Jester and Knights are. So our Jester is 499. Once you get to 500, you move up into our Knights division. And once you reach 600, then you are playing King of the Hill, which is on our Mad Apple Extreme channel. Queens, Knights, and Jesters are here on the open stream. Now, if you're asking why Joe, if you're joining recently, I mentioned it earlier, Joe is a 504, so he is above the cutoff for the Jesters match, but that's because when Joe signed up originally, it was months ago. We do have a bit of a list. He was below 500, but like all good pool players do, over time he increased his Fargo rating to, and we weren't going to hold that against him. But this is Joe's third week, so this will be his last week here in the Jesters division. After that, he is moving up to the Knights division. So win or lose, Joe will be going into our Knights division. Hope that answers your question, Jeremy. All right. Jason with another good-looking break. A few issues with stripes and solids here. I think stripes look the better out of the two. I think Jason does as well. He's going to go. Ooh. Rattled the pocket. So, yeah, you're playing on diamond tables here. These are 4-inch pockets. No love whatsoever. You got to be on your game. You are not going to get any rattles on these tables here. All right, see what Joe can make out of this table here. Got the 4-ball tied up a little bit. 6 looks like it's a little bit of trouble, but definitely, you could find a home for it somewhere in the side maybe. Push out that 11 ball. There's a lot of different things that can happen here. I think if he's playing this 5 ball, he's going to have to come in between the 14 and the 12 ball. Maybe getting on his 2 or 7 ball. Depending on which way he likes to play it. So let's see if he can get in between these 2 balls here. He's got to kind of thread it a little nice here. Nope, he doesn't come in between. He goes back and forth on it. So not really left with much here. Possibly back cutting a 7 ball up there. There's a possibility. Not sure what Joe's trying to do here. Okay, he's just trying to make a problem for Jason, which I still left the pocket open for him. Left about half the pocket. So didn't get the 6 ball exactly where he wanted, but made it a little more difficult for Jason. And didn't leave him with much of a shot here. I can't really see him hitting at 13 in or the 11. I mean, he could probably get a hit, so I think Jason is probably going to try to play some type of safe here. Unless he can see something I don't. Maybe played it off the 6, maybe. Wow. Okay, he had the angle to get at the ball. Very nice shot by Jason. So once he takes care of this 11 ball, I believe that's the 11 ball up there, it's a wide open table here for Jason. And he's got the angle to get in between the 7 and the 8 here to get back down table. Right in between the 7 and the 8. Perfectly done. Sets him right up on his 15 ball. See what Jason likes to do here. I mean, you could do this a few different ways. Put some top spin, try to follow it, take the 14 to the side, or he can try and pull back on it. I think he's going to go with the first option, pushing forward, going with the 14 in the side, but did not get the full angle I think he wanted. I think he would have wanted to have a little more angle on that so he could get out onto his 12 ball. Now I think he's going to have to follow this up, maybe come off a rail. Not going to be easy, not an easy shot to get on the 14 here. He's got to play this nice. I think if he plays it top spin one rail, he can do it. One rail. Does it keep coming, keep coming? He just needed about 6 more inches and he would have been perfect. But he's still on his 12. Get in the corner. And it's just natural shape here for the 8 ball. So again, Jason playing a really nice pattern here. Looks to be good. He's just got to focus down the barrel on this and drop this ball. A very nice shot there. Nice speed, nice. Really controlled the cue ball nicely again. All right. So that puts Jason at 5, Joe at 2. Jason starting to run away a little bit here in this match. Yeah, made a few really nice shots, played a really nice pattern to get out on that. I think he played that just about perfect. See if Jason can keep this break working for him. He's been breaking them apart well. All right, Jason's set to break. And again, for anyone that's local to the Appleton area, if you're looking for something to do on Sunday, here at 1 o'clock, we run our mini 8-ball tournament, which is going on right now. Have quite a few players here today. So make your way on down, shoot some pool. It's a $20 buy-in. Okay, got a few little issues here, but solids look pretty good here. As long as Jason can find a way to do something with that 5 ball, potentially run this rack out. See what we're in store for here. Might have to push that 2 out. Don't really see a place for that. Jason's looking at the layout of the table, trying to figure out how do I figure out what to do with that 2 ball. So he's going after this 1. Looks like he's hitting a little bit above center ball. I think he's going to try and run into that 8 ball. Yep, perfect shot. Got his 2 out of there, gave it a home. Exactly what he needed to do. So now the only problem left here is that 5 ball. What are we doing with the 5 ball? All right, 7 ball down. Yeah, I'm not sure Jason is going to like that. I think he's trying to call the 5 in the side pocket, maybe. I've watched quite a few matches here on the open stream and on the King of the Hill. If he could put that 5 in the side pocket, I would call that the best shot I've ever seen on the stream. But I don't think he's going to try and make contact with his 2 ball. See what he gets. Wow, he's trying to 2 in the side. Wow. What an awesome try. I was wondering, like, when he called the side, I thought he was going after the 5, which I thought was impossible. 2 is even more difficult. Missed it about not even a half a diamond. What an attempt. Really nice shot there by Jason. See if Joe can take advantage. Stripes are pretty wide open minus the 11 ball here. And he can take care of that 11 ball right now if he puts a, well, maybe not. He'd have to put a real good stroke on. Maybe a lot of draw to bust that out, which may or may not leave him with a shot. So see what Joe decides to do. Oh, and he got it nicely. He went off the rail and was just able to touch it. That's all he needed. Don't know if he can take the 11 right now, but he does have his 12 ball available to him. But that looks like it might be blocked by the 13. Don't know if he can slide in between the 5 to get to the 11. So he's looking at the 12 ball, and it does look like the 13's got him blocked. So he's going back, looking at the 11 ball again. He could bank that 11. See, he's going to try to cut this ball, I think. See if he can get in there. Nice. He was able to get in there. Hard to see from our overhead camera from up over here in the booth, you know, some of these angles. Very nice shot by Joe there. So now all of his problems are taken care of. Can Joe finish out the rack is the question. Joe needs to finish out this rack. You don't want to let Jason win this game because that puts him on the hill. You never like having your opponent on the hill. You got to do everything you can. Keep your opponent off the hill, because then that's when the real pressure starts. All right, Joe going after the 13 ball. All right. So now he's got a pretty good angle here to get on his 9 and 10 ball, or even the 14 if he wants. He can play this a few different ways. See what Joe is feeling comfortable with. Looks like he's going to try to float up table. Has a 4 as a stopper. Works out nicely for him. All right, so definitely got his 9 ball here, but how is he going to stay? Can he hold it for his 10 ball? I think he can with a little bit of draw. See if Joe feels comfortable with a little bit of a draw shot here. Really well controlled. So he's got to be careful on this shot. Pretty easy to get hooked on the shot if you don't play it right here. Just missed. He was on his 14. He would have been set to get out on that rack. Unfortunate miss there by Joe. See what Jason does. Think Jason might be out here. All he got to do is make this 2 ball, and it's pretty self-explanatory from there. Just has to make the 2 ball, really. The way Jason's been playing today. Hasn't been making many mistakes. Might even be going after the 4 ball or 3 ball. What's he doing? He's going after the 5 ball. Or is that the 3 ball? It's the 3 ball. All right. All right, then he's just got to float over across the table, be on his 8. Just about perfect, you know. Other than being on the rail, nobody likes being on the rail, but this is not that bad of a shot here. Anytime you're on the rail, it can make the shot just a little bit more difficult. See, that's what. If he was an inch off the rail, I don't think that happens. When you get stuck on the rail like that, it just makes it a little bit more difficult to get a stable bridge. So Joe is going to have to capitalize here. Let's see, what does Joe feel more comfortable taking here, the 10 or the 14? The 14, it's a small pocket in the side from this angle. So he's going to go with the 14. The way I've been watching Joe play, I think he's just going to hit this nice and soft. So he leaves himself for 14 in the opposite corner, and he does just that. Yep, and that's the rule you get on these diamond tables. They are fast. So he barely hit it, but the ball still came back a little bit more than I think he wanted it to. But, you know, he still has a nice shot here down in the corner. Leaves him pretty easy on the 8. All right, so it looks like Joe was able to keep Jason from reaching the hill. And that brings us up 3-5. So we are going to take a little break here. Need a little break for the players. So we'll be back here in a second. Don't go anywhere. It'll only be in a minute. And don't forget, at 4 o'clock, we have our Knights division. That'll be starting at 4. We have Bruce, our returning champion, and I don't know if I have the name of his challenger. I do not. Yeah, so still waiting to find out who the challenger is for the Knights division. And then we also have our our King of the Hill going at 8 o'clock tonight. That'll be on Mad Apple X Stream. That's X Stream, spelled with an X. And while you're out there, don't forget to like and share. Always nice to get new viewers out here. Okay, looks like we're back. Joe is going to rack them up and get ready to break. Also, if anyone is out there interested in commentating on Sunday, I'm sitting here all by myself in the booth. So if you want to give a try at commentating, let us know down in the chat, or send us a message on the Open Extreme, or get in contact with Kendall, the owner here at the Mad Apple. More than happy to have newcomers here to the stream. All right, Jason got a nice looking table here. I don't see any problems on this table other than maybe the 8-ball, but even the 8-ball goes in the corner. Jason will probably go after the 2 here. Could also go after the 6. I think he's taking the 7. Hit that a bit thick. And Joe's got some work on this table. He's got the 9 and the 14 tied up on the side, and the 12 ball tied up with the 8. And there's a lot of problems on this table for Joe. Not easy out here. See what Joe comes up with. I think he's trying to see if he can get at that 13. I think he can get by the 9 there. See, Joe's got to be careful about, clearing all his soldiers off the table and not taking care of his problems with the 9 and the 14, because that's going to come up really quick. He's got to find a way to get at him. He could possibly do it right now. With a nice draw stroke, he could come over and bust out that 9. And he's looking at that 14 to see if it passes by the 8. From the overhead, does not look like it goes. Well, I think Joe thinks it goes. Maybe it does. He's got a better angle on it here than I do. All right. Jason has got a, see, 2, 7. I don't know how he's going to get on his 3 ball. Should be able to get on the 3 ball from the 7. Yeah, he could just pull us back, or he could float it up table, and he's got a, I don't think he has to touch the 8 ball. If he uses the 3 as his money ball, he can get on the 8 very easily. So I like saving the 3 to the end here. I don't know if he's going to do it or not. But, any ball he uses, really, he can get on the 8. I mean, he can get on the 8 with the 1 or the 6. So any pattern he chooses here is a decent way to go, really. He just has to get the right angle on the 8. Ideally, like where his cue ball is right now, maybe a little bit more to the left. So he can push that 8 in the upper corner. So we're going to have to create a little bit of angle here. All right, yep, he's got a nice angle. This is almost natural to get on the 8 from here. Just center ball almost. Maybe a little bit above center ball, maybe. Not too much. You don't want to hit the 8. I don't like hitting the 8 here. And he put some, ooh. See, that's the speed. This is some Moneth cloth on a diamond table, so the balls do tend to run fast here. He had the right idea using that bottom rail to slow the ball down. It just it didn't slow down enough for him. But he definitely had the right idea there. And he didn't even hit it that hard, really, if you look at the replay, if you want to rewind it. The ball just kept carrying. It just did not stop. It just kept going. Wow. think he called it in the corner. That was a really nice attempt. So didn't necessarily sell the rack out at all because Joe's got some work still. That 9 and the 10, unless he can find a good way to play safe here. If he can find a way to hook Jason, busting this out, possibly hitting a 14 off the rail and getting a 14 in between the cue and the 8 ball would be ideal here. I think it's the only thing he's really got. Or he could attack and go after the 15. But then he's going to be in the same predicament he's in right now. Unless that 9 goes into the side, I don't know if he's got room there. Maybe kick at it and push the 9 in the side. If there's a little bit of room, it might go. I think Joe's looking at it. I think he's thinking, I can push this 9 in the side. What a shot by Joe. Had just enough room to get at it. But still has some work to do because there's no easy shot here. Joe's got to come with another strong shot. Possibly a bank down, banking the 15 in the corner. Or he could try slicing the eyeballs off it. See what he decides to do here. I think he's going to probably try and bank this in the corner. Ooh, I don't know what he's trying. I don't know. It's just playing safe. So leaving Jason with a tough shot. Now, I don't know if I would, with the way Jason's shooting today, I don't know if I would want to leave that shot for Jason. I think Jason's very capable of making this shot. He's been making some nice shots all day. So, and this is not an easy shot, but it's not, you know, a very, very, very difficult shot. I mean, it's almost like a spot shot. You know, if you're just playing a spot shot, maybe a little bit more testy than a spot shot, but we'll see. He is on the rail, though. Like I said, when you're up against the rail, they become tricky. Follow through with the stick. And look at, ooh. Looked like a nice hit. Missed by a quarter. I mean, just missed. So again, Joe getting a little lucky on that. Has another opportunity. All he has to do is just make this ball. It's just pretty much almost natural shape. Maybe put a little bit, just middle ball really. Middle ball and nice speed, bring it up right into the middle of the table. Or you could bring it all the way to the top of the table. It doesn't even really matter. Just got to focus on making this ball. So our viewers on Facebook, you guys seeing any trouble with the stream? Is it going in and out? Let me know in the chat. No, if you're over on YouTube, you shouldn't have any problems. I think the YouTube platform is working pretty good. Nice shot there by Joe. Came all the way up table. Good confident stroke there. All right, Joe turning it back into a match, keeping Jason off the hill for the second straight time. So we have a score now of 5-4. Jason, just a little bit of the edge here. Pete, thank you. Travis Ranta Travis Ranta is the challenger for the Knights. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, looks like our stream is doing just fine over on Facebook. I thought I was getting some error message or interrupting signals over here on my end. All right, Joe, again, that rack looks a little crooked. All right, dropping a few balls on the break to including the cue ball. So, not a very easy out here, but I think out that Jason is definitely capable of. Solids look pretty decent. Stripes are a little bit more tied up. Anything he can do with that 4-ball right now, I think, is what he's looking at. Possibly 2-ball needs a home as well. Yeah, 2 and a 4 are not in good spots. So see what Jason has in mind here. He's going with stripes and busting out the problem. Okay. Don't think he got the bust out he was really looking for, but it does make it a little bit better. I mean, the 10 still, I think the 10 will go in the corner after he takes care of the 13. And once the 10's out of there, the 15 goes in either corner. So I think he got just enough of what he needed. All right, now he's got to figure out how is he going to get on that 10 ball. He's got to take care of the 13 first, so. I think the only pattern right now for him is 14, 13, 10. Unless he's seeing something a little bit different. Oh, there's a 9. I didn't even see the 9 ball there. Wow. And that's why I'm not a professional commentator. I can't even. That ball, it looked like the 1 ball up on the screen here. All right. So, he's looking at the 13, but how does he get on his 10 ball? Now I don't even know if the 10 ball goes by the 2. It looks like it might. It's really close. He might just elect to draw into this mess, but it's really hard to predict what's going to happen if you do that. Yeah, it does look like he's going to try to draw into it. See what happens. Oh, just missed it. But he does have an angle to get at the 10, I think. And he could back cut that 10 in the corner. If it goes by the 2. Does it go by the 2 is the question. Jason thinking about it. Looks like, I don't know what he's going to do here. I think he's hitting the 15, just playing safe. And he did not get safe. He left Joe with a wide open table here. Joe very capable of running this rack out. I mean, how's he got? I think he's going to go 2, 3, possibly 4. I don't know. Joe, he surprises me sometimes. I think getting on his 4 is going to be his toughest challenge right now. Everything else is pretty easy. All right. Can Joe keep Jason off the hill? Let's see. Okay. Like I said, 2, 3, 4. But what are you using as your money ball here? You going with a 6 ball? I don't know. I think you might have to use the 1 ball. Only place for the 8 is in the side or the corner, it looks like. Unless Joe rearranges something here. Maybe bumping this 10 ball. I'd like bumping this 10 ball right now, maybe. He does not like bumping a 10 ball. All right. So you got the 4. Yeah. I like using the 6 as the money ball here because if I'm down table, I can come off that 6 up and put the cue ball where the 4 is at right now. So if he can play 4, 1, 6, or I'm sorry, is that the 5 ball sitting in the side pocket? No, it's the 4 ball. Or no. I think it's a 5 ball sitting in the side pocket. Play 4, 5, 6. Or you could play 5, 6, 4. That's another way to play it. What do we think at home? Do we think 4, 5, 6 or 5, 6, 4? Let me know in the chat. What are you doing? If you shoot this 4, you do got to let the cue ball fly, so I almost might like taking the 5 here. I think Joe's going to let it fly. All right, Joe. What do you got? Nice shot. Now he can take this 5. I would like pull him back. You know, if he can get the cue ball in the line where it's at now, unless that 8 goes by the 15. I don't know if the 8 goes by the 15 or not, but I do not like taking the 6 ball right now. I like taking the 5 and trying to pull back maybe. And get the cue ball kind of on the line where it is right now. And then he can just float up for the 8. So he's going to have a hard time getting on his 8 ball if he's using this 5 as a money ball. We'll see what happens. So now he's got the 5. He saved the 5 for last. How's he getting on the 8 now? He's got to come with a really nice shot here to get on his 5 ball, I think. Unless the 5 goes by the 15. And if the 5 goes by the 15, well, then he played a nice pattern. So John thinks The 8 does go by the 15. It looks a little tight. We'll see. I think John might be right. So, John, you may have called the correct pattern. Here we go. 8 by the 15. See if it goes. He's going to try and cheat it a little bit. Problem when you cheat the pocket is it usually gets over cheated, and it went perfectly right in the center pocket. Just missing the 15. Really nice out there by Joe. And again, pressure match there for Joe. Keeping Jason off the hill for the third straight match in a row. So, folks, that brings us a race to 2 now. All tied up at 5 apiece in a race to 7. 300 in the middle. Is Joe going to retain his Jester belt, or is Jason going to take it? We have 3 games max to find out who it will be. Yeah, Ronald, I agree with you. No room for error on that last shot. I mean, he had to hit that, right on the money. He had to cheat it just at the right speed and everything. So it was a nice out by Joe there. Under pressure, and really fought his way back into this match. And Jason, he's not making a whole lot of mistakes. He's just not getting any real love from the table, unfortunately. Anytime he comes to the table, like the one game, he had no table to work with, just nothing, So, see if Jason can get back in the driver's seat. He started off really hot, running the first rack and taking a nice lead out in front. Joe has climbed back into the match to tie it up, so that's what we want to see here on the open stream, is a hill match every single time. Always fun to watch those matches, especially with the pressure. And that's when you can really focus on your game, is when you get in matches like these and you start feeling the pressure. If you can play under pressure, that's how you want to be. That's where you want to get to, because that's when it matters. All right, Jason liking stripes here. Got a pretty decent looking table too. Think everything looks like it's got a home here. 15 in the corner, 10 on the side, 14 and 9 in the corner. I don't know, a 12 ball might be a little tricky. See what I think that's going to be his only problem. See how he figures and navigates that one. Yeah, paper. The racks from Joe have been looking a little crooked. I don't know if it's a TV angle or not. I think they're just a little bit crooked. But maybe he'll see that when he watches. I don't think it's anything intentional. Sometimes when you're racking the balls, they just come out a little crooked. All right. Jason looking strong here. Just got to figure out what's he doing with the 12 ball. I mean, he could probably give it a bump right now, but then he's risking, what's his next shot if he does that? He could bump the 4 into the 12 right now if he wanted to. And does he? He does. Very, very nicely done. Push the 4 right into the 12, opening it up. So now the 12's got a home. It'd have been nice if that cue ball came out a little bit more down table so he could have got on the 11 ball. So I think he's going to have to take his 12 ball here. He's got too much of a back cut on that 11. Unless he could very well back cut that 11 in the corner and use the 1 as a stopper. But really risking running into the 8 ball there. Looks like he's going to go after the 12 ball. Just try and play it 1 rail, and then he can have either the 14 down or the 11 in the corner. You just got to hit it right. It's almost natural. He's got to pull back on it a little bit. He wants to avoid hitting the 4 if he can, or using the 4 to his advantage. So now he's got the 14. So Jason looking really strong and looking like he can possibly get out here. All right, so he could draw. I mean, this is a difficult draw shot, being as close to the rail as he is. If he's shooting at 14 down, but he does have the 11 in the side too. Should he choose that option, which is probably what he's going to do, because it's a little, I think, easier to pull back and get on the 14. Oh. So right idea. He was definitely on the ball, and it would have been completely natural. Shoot the 14 all the way down. He would have come out for the 8 ball. All right, so that's all it takes. You know, when you're playing in these matches, one mistake that could sell the game right there. Joe's got an opportunity to definitely run out here. All right, Joe didn't like any of his options, so decided to play safe. Looks like he got there, but Jason's going to be able to hit his ball, I think, here. Not going to be easy. All right. Jason taking a long walk around the table, trying to look at all the angles here, seeing what he can come up with. I think he's looking at trying to hit that 14. Put a lot of left on this if he's going 1 rail into it. He's able to get it. Good hit. See what Joe does. Still not, nothing easy here. I mean, he's got the 1 on the side, but it's a small side pocket. And Joe's looking at his options here. He's trying to see if that 3 is on the rail. I think he's electing to play another safe here, if that's the case. If the 3 is on the rail and it's locked to the rail, he's going to have to find a way to bring that cue ball to another rail. it's off the rail. You can just play a nice little touch shot here. Okay. Didn't like any of his options. Again. Yeah, really leaves Jason with nothing here. I'm trying to find a kick shot here that I think there's not even a jump shot here that I see. I mean, unless he jumps the 3 and the 7. I guess he could come off one rail and make contact with the 11. So there's that. That might be all I see. Anybody else out there see anything different here? He's got to make contact with a 14 or the 11 ball down against a 6. I think he's going to come one rail into the 11. Or he could go maybe 2 rails into the 14, but that is you're threading through a lot of traffic there. Okay, he's gonna try and jump the 4 and the 2. We'll see what happens here. Wow, he got over all of it. He got over the 4 and the 2. But the problem when you jump a ball that far is it's hitting the slate pretty hard, and it's going to jump again, and it jumps right off the table. Well, Joe's going to have to like his options now. He has ball in hand. He does have a problem with his 6 ball, so he either takes care of that now or he rolls the dice and saves it for the end. The only problem with, taking this, you got to be confident. If you're going to take that 6 ball, you better run out, because I don't think Jason is going to allow, another miss or anything like that. Looks like Joe's going with the 4 ball here. So if I'm seeing what Joe wants to do here, he's going to want to save that, looks like the 5 ball to get onto his 6 ball maybe. But I don't know if he's going to like where that ball landed. He still has the 1 in the side. Bit of a tough side pocket there, though. All right, he's back cutting the 3. Looks like he's playing safe. All right. Gives Jason an opportunity to get on the hill here. Not sure if he's going to be able to bust out the 11 or not. You have to put a really nice shot on his 14, cutting it in or banking it. If he banks it, I don't see any possible way of him busting that 11 out. If he cuts it, there may be a way he gets a bust out, coming 2 rails possibly. Cuts to 14. 2 rails going in between the 3 and the 2. Nah, even then, I don't know if he's going to get a bust out. See what he does here. All right, does not work out. Bringing Joe back to the table. Joe's got a lot of options here. All right, Joe taking his time, looking at the table. I think he's looking at the 1 ball. Probably going after the 7 ball here. If he goes after the 5, he's going to have to hit it nice and soft, leave himself for the 6. If he's able to get it to 6 from that side, that 11 looks like might be in his way a little bit. So he's going after the 7. All right. So he's got a decision to make here. If he plays this 2 ball, does he want to crash into the 11? If he does, he's got to be confident he's going to have a shot afterwards. He could try and put some bottom and come pro side on the 6, but very, very touchy shot. You really got to control the cue ball. And then again, if he does take that 5, again, it's a soft shot. And I don't know if he'll be able to get it to 6. All right, so going with the 2 ball, see what he does. He'll be on his 5. So we'll see. We'll find out now if he's able to get it at the 6 from this side. Because if he's going to knock this 5 down and he'll have a hit. Okay, so he's on the 6. Can he hit the 6 without hitting the 11 first? That is the question. Looks like he can. But again, now he can only put follow on this ball. He's going to have tough to get on the 3 ball here. So not sure if Joe was playing safe there or not. If he was playing safe, it was a good option. Still left Jason with a shot here, though. I think he can cut. He can either try and go in the side with this or play the combo. See what he decides to do here. Combo's a tough shot from where he's at. I think he can just play it in the side. And then he'll be right on his 14. He's thinking about it. Can also try and find a way to play safe here, but not easy from where Joe's balls are on the table. So this is a big shot for Jason. He misses this, he gives Joe a good opportunity to run out. If he makes it, he gives himself a good opportunity to run out. And whoever wins this is on the hill. So key shot here in the match right now. Yeah, he's lining up the combo, it looks like. Or I can't tell if he's lining up the combo or if he's trying to play in the side here. The side pocket from where he's at is not that small of a pocket. It's definitely a makeable shot. The problem is he's kind of got to punch it. With the cue ball being so close, you really lose your follow-through stroke on, you know, a shot like this. And so from the way he's playing it, looks like he's playing it. I don't know, I can't tell from this angle. So he did play the combo. Oh, and nearly made it. So yeah, so now Joe is set up. I mean, all he's got to do is follow this 2 rails. Hit the 6, follow 2 rails. He'll be right on his 3 ball with a pretty easy out. See if Joe can capitalize again. And again, Jason, you know, not making a mistake missing that shot. I mean, those are tough shots. He's just not really getting anything from Joe here from the table. Okay, so he pulled back a little. I kind of like going 2 rails on that shot and coming out for the 3. Now he's got a little bit of a tester here. He's got to back cut this 3. And he's got to play a nice speed to leave himself on the 8. Because he's got to go in the same pocket. So that's going to be a little bit of, you know, well, a lot, not a lot of draw, but he's going to have to draw this ball and hold it for the 8 in the same pocket, I think. Or he could try and drift and float upwards and play the 8 in the side. That's another possibility. See what Joe feels more comfortable doing. I feel like Joe's going to try and drift up and play the 8 in the side. Because Joe tends to hit the balls a little softer. We'll see what Joe likes to do here. Yeah, I think he is going to try and drift up. Got to be careful not to hit the 8 ball here. He missed the 8. He definitely, well, left himself a shot in the side here. Not easy shot, but it does go. I think Joe's going to take a nice long look at this one. This shot is for the hills, ladies and gentlemen. For the hill. Let's see who can get there first. And right now, this is he either makes this shot or he sells out, because Jason will definitely run the next 2 balls off this table, set himself for the 8. So he's got to make this shot. All right, Joe's set. With the pressure, can Joe bring it? And he does. So Joe on a tear. I believe Joe was down 5-2. So from 5-2, Joe has made it 6-2, reaching the hill. All right. So in the beginning of the match, Jason started out really strong and has still been playing strong. Has really not made a lot of mistakes. Just has not had a lot of opportunities, really. Joe is controlling the table well. If he doesn't have a shot, he's putting Jason in a tough predicament, leaving him nothing. So, Joe has really put his head down and came back in this match. But here on the open stream, we like to see Hill, so I think Jason's taking this next match down, take us to Hill. See what happens. And we have a few more viewers that have joined recently as we're nearing the end of this match. I mentioned earlier, if some of you were interested in commentating, I'm all by myself in the booth today, so if you want an opportunity to come down here, watch some pool, get in the booth, and talk about some pool, please feel free to message the open stream or Kendall, the owner of the Mad Apple. You can find him on the Mad Apple. What's the name of the page for the Mad Apple Pool Players Society on Facebook? So, let us know, or let us know in the chat. Find a way to get in contact with us. We'll get you in the booth. All right, so Jason needing to step up on this game and take this one down. Okay. He's got the 10 ball all the way down, but not an easy leave. Don't know what Jason's going to do. I mean, he can try and come back and leave himself for a 9-12 combo maybe. But that's all I really see. Or he might want to think about finding a way to get safe here. Yeah, just like I thought, there's not much left for him to shoot at here. He's going to have to go into safe mode. Patricia Todd, not sure what you're trying to say there. Vask Tech or Ask Tech? Is that what you're saying? Ask Tech? Who is Tech? All right, Joe sitting on solids. 6 balls in jail right now. So everything else looks open for him. Just the 6 ball is what Joe's got to worry about right now. And he can actually get at it from the bottom end of the table. So he can get on it right now, right after this too, actually, if he wants. And he's on it. Now he just needs to pull back. So if I'm Joe, you have to take the 6 ball right now. Just because you're not going to get another look at the 6. At least not that good. You're just making sure it doesn't hit the 14, which I don't think it has a chance of doing. It's going to have to pull it back here. And he pulls it back nicely. So he's got the 5 or the 1. Or the 3 if he really wants it. I'm kind of liking the 1 right now. Because you can do a few different things. You can either float up, or you can run into the 3 and push the 3 towards the corner here. When you float up, you'll have the 3 or the 5, whichever way you decide to float up. Alright, so he just wanted to hold it and play the 3. Also not a nice option. Don't know if he has the right angle on the 4. He's looking at the 4. Excuse me. Just had to sneeze. Okay, he's going after the 4, so I think there is room. Yeah, I didn't think he had, I don't know. Don't know why maybe he did have room. It just from here it did not look like he had room to get that in the corner. And either way, I mean, this is Jason, after, unless Joe was playing some kind of safety there, Jason does not really have much at the table right now. I mean, this is what he's been getting dealt every time he comes to the table in the last few games. Let's see if he can make some magic happen. There is a 3-ball combo there. At some point, Jason, I mean, he's also got some really good safe options here, I think. I think Jason is trying to figure out how am I going to play safe here. Really not, yeah, there's not really an easy safe here. I mean, he'd like to get his ball up above where the 12 is right now, but pretty difficult to do where he's at. All right, I think he might be going with the 3-ball combo or a safe. See what he's doing. He did go with the 3-ball combo and played it beautifully. Wasn't really rewarded nicely, but he does have the 15, and he can see the 9. So he got the first part out of the way. He came up with a shot when he needed to come up with a shot. Now he's just got to come up with another one. And he's going to try and cut this down the line. Bringing himself back across the table. Ooh. All right. But he's not in too much trouble because he didn't leave Joe a whole lot. Joe's got to look at the 5-ball. And the 3-ball. However, there ain't nowhere to go with the 3 except for maybe a combo, which is tough. The 5 might go by the 8 into the side. See if Joe thinks it goes by. See, I can't see. I think that 5 does. Yeah, I got a clean look at the 5. All day. It goes by the 8-ball. So it really doesn't look like it from the overhead, but there's a lot of room for the 5 to get by that 8. And think he's going to be able to take that one down. Well done. Now he's on the 4 and the 7. However he decides to play this. I like playing the 4 ball right here. Just because it's a little bit easier to get on the 7. And he just played 4, 7, 3 here. If he plays the 7 ball, it's a little more difficult to get on the 4. And you don't want to take the 3 next because you kind of want that as your money ball, I would think. So Joey is going to go with the 7 ball. See if he can get nicely on his 4 ball. Gets very nice on the 4 ball. So he is going to save the 3 for last, which I like. Yeah, all Joe's got to do is really make this ball, and it will just naturally come off the rail. He'll have a shot. And he's going to want to put a little bit on it just to get it across the table. You know, you want to get straight on the 3 if you can, I think, so you can follow up. So you can have the 8 in the side as your last shot. Let's see what Joe decides to do here, though. Just got to be careful you don't scratch. Brought it across table. Does he get straight? Perfect. Now he can take that 3 up, follow it, and have the 8 in the side. All right, Joe, let's see what you got. I think he probably would have wanted to follow it a little bit more, but still ended up really nice on the 8. All right, he's going to take a nice long look at the 8. I think he's set. This could be the final shot of the game. So what a match by Joe today. Was down 5-2 and came all the way back to retain his Jester belt. So we do not have a new Jester. But Joe, however, will not be playing in next week's match. He will be playing in the Knights division. We are bumping him up. So we appreciate everybody joining the stream today, and look forward to seeing you in about 30 minutes or so. At 4 o'clock, we have our Knights division. And that starts, like I said, at 4. And don't forget to share and like and let your friends know we'll be here. Take it easy.